Hey traders, John Howell here. We have a lot of stuff I want to cover with you today. My view on what's happening in the stock market right now. I'm going to be covering the energy sector. Also, I'm going to be covering the big picture analysis for you gold mining stocks. Okay, I know I do a lot of short-term technical analysis, and that's just based on short-term TA stuff. But I'm going to be sharing with you the big picture on what I see happening in the mining sector, because I do have an long-term investing position in the mining sector. So I want to share with you a whole bunch of down-home country goodness into this update. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into it. Traders, just want to let you know that I want you to go to johnsfreetraining.com right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com right now. Go over there, register. On the very next, after you register, you're going to get access to a training that's going to walk you through how I trade the markets, my system, and how I approach it, and so on and so forth. Plus, I'm also giving away a free coaching call, and on that coaching call, I'm going to be building your very own custom trading plan. So I'm going to be doing that for the very first selected amount of people. Once my calendar gets full, then I'll be shutting that down. So I want you to go do that right now, because I don't want you to miss out on this free coaching call. And also, I'm going to be building your own custom trading plan. Again, you'll be able to see all the details to that. Again, it is free. So go to johnsfreetraining.com, go over there, register, see the free training, and grab that free that free coaching call, and also the free custom trading plan, so I can help you move forward more in these markets. But do that right now, guys, because I'm only doing it for the very first select. Once my calendar gets full, over the next few days, then I'm going to shut it down, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to open it back up again. So go do that right now, or at least after when you finish watching this amazing update from one of the most successful traders on the planet, me. So let's actually start off with the stock market first, okay? On my stock market analysis has actually been pretty much 100% spot on. Let me actually walk you through this. Firstly, when we actually started to break below this support level here, I said, okay, now we're getting ready to have a flush down, and I have a target of 4,300. And that's exactly what happened moving in for the next 2 days. So we did get that. I then came out a few days ago and said, we're getting ready for a rally again. And that's exactly what has happened. We're getting ready for a rally. Now, we may get a bit of a pause here, and we may get a bit of a backing pattern here. But my personal view on this is that we are in the startings. Okay, a new high is coming. Over the next month or two, we're likely to make a new high. A new high is coming. Okay, I'm just going to cut the crap. Here comes a new high. We may get a bit of a pullback for a few days, because we are at a strong level of resistance on the S&P. The Dow Jones is sort of the same thing as, not much going on there. And then also the Nasdaq as well too. The Nasdaq, you can see we're right at that level of that strong level of resistance. So we may get a bit of a pullback out of this, guys. If we don't, then that's going to be even more stronger in the markets. But what I do see, guys, is that I see that because the sentiment and where we are in the cycle of things, I already see a 5,500, possibly even a 6,000 print by the end of this year on the markets. I know that sounds crazy, guys. I've always had that. But to me, I believe this is the start of one of the most stunning rallies we've ever seen. And again, on a short-term basis over the next few months, I see a new high coming in the S&P 500. So that's what I'm saying through there, guys. Again, we just want to, if we can start to really solidly break through this resistance level, then we're probably on our way up to that level there. To me, I see there's two probably scenarios happening here. One, we break through and we continue having this V bottom approach, a violent rally into all-time new highs. I see a new high coming, okay? Here comes a new high. Or, we get a bit of a backing pattern first, which actually I would prefer, by the way. I would prefer to see this thing pull back for a few days, create a higher low in the markets. And then start to do something like this, and then it's probably likely to rally. Either way, the end of the story is new highs. So that's what I'm seeing there on the on the stock market, okay? So the next thing I do want to cover is at the start of the year, I said, okay, if there's one thing that's likely to make really big moves over the next few months, it's going to be the energy sector. And I talked about this. I even traded this, as you guys know, right? And look what's happening with the energy sector here. Just absolutely going gangbusters. And as you know, I actually had a trade here, and then we ran up, and we can see that we're actually going gangbusters. And I even talked about the stock XOM. And look at XOM just go absolutely just bonkers to the upside. We are just going for a massive, massive move. Now, here's the thing, guys. I believe XOM, this is a bit of a capitulation type of a move. So we're probably getting towards the end, okay, traders? Here's the thing, okay? Let me actually share something with you. Whenever you see a market going up for quite some time and then you get a very big move, that's probably capitulation in that leg, not the end of the bull market, okay? Not the end of the bull market. The end of a bull market is lower highs and so on and so forth, right? This here, again, this section here is probably likely to be the end of this leg up. We may get a little bit more upside, but now I'm expecting what I'm actually seeing through here. Now I'm expecting to see the energy sector have a bit of a pullback because we're going now. Again, you never know exactly what's going to happen, okay, guys? But don't be sucked in by this type of a bar. If the market's been going up for quite some time and then you get a large bar, more times than not, I'd have to say at least 80%, right? I'd have to say at least 80% of the time when you get this very big bar in that direction, it's the capitulation in that leg, okay? Or it's the blow off move. And this is what happens in the markets a lot of the times, right? And the amateur trader that doesn't understand this, they're like, oh, it's going crazy. Let's jump in now. As you know, I jumped in on XOM here. Actually, it was this day right here, right? And then I wrote it up. So right now, this would actually be a sign for me to be getting out when buying down here, because now we're getting towards, and this is what the market does. It'll go up sometimes, go up, and it'll go, oh, and then it'll just pull back, right? Like, so you can see that that's what's happening through there. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see more of a, again, we have had a very, very, very strong move to the upside. So this is probably going to be a bit of a capitulation to the upside, or that blow off move to the upside. So that's the danger territory looking at that level through there. Let's go have a look at the transports. I'm just noticing the transports have a bit of a gap up today. Yeah, transports are actually still pretty flat though. Transports are still pretty flat through here. We're actually just got a bit of a sideways range, which I actually like. The reason why I like this, and if you guys have been following me for quite some time, you would know that I like this sideways range through here. That means over the next few months, we could be setting up for a big breakout. And once we get the breakout, we could be getting ready for an extraordinary quality move in this here. So I really like to watch. I really like to keep or have a watch list of stocks. And that's all we do, right, traders? Like, here we go. Our job is more like not to be trading every day. Well, you can. But our job is just to try to find, for me anyway, the way that I trade the markets. And again, when you go to johnsfreetraining.com, you'll see exactly this. You'll see that I'm more of a sniper approach. I want very high probability of making a profit. That way I can sit back and watch the market. Do you know, traders, 90% of the time I'm not actually in the markets? Now, actually, that's not true. I have an investing account, okay? And I have right now in the markets, I have 3 investing positions in the markets, okay? But that's investing. That's buy, hold, and away we go. And I'll talk to you about what I've actually got in those 3 or 4 positions in that account, okay? And it's a separate account, and I'm just buy, hold, and my goal is just to let that go. Again, I'll talk to you about what I've actually got there in a minute, okay? Now, when I'm trading the markets, okay, when I'm actually trading the markets, probably 80 to 90% of the time, I'm actually not in the market at all. What I mean by that is that I'm just watching. I'm scanning, I'm looking, I'm scanning, and I'm waiting for that right opportunity. Because traders, once you start to get a really good opportunity that has like a 90-95% success rate, and you're like, oh my goodness, here we go, you'll have confidence to start to put on more risk. That's how you start to do really well, right? Because if you can start to put on, 10, 20 grand per trade, and then you got 20 grand per trade, and that thing runs on for 400 or 500% return. You don't need too many of those trades throughout the year for you to do really, really, really well for yourself. You see what I'm saying there, right? It's a different approach to the markets. And again, if you actually want my help, then just, again, go to John's free training, watch that free training so you can get a more understanding, and then get that coaching call with me, and I'll be able to help you out even more. And by the way, you're probably saying, John, what's the catch? You're doing all this thing for free. What's the catch? The catch is I'm actually looking for my next coaching client, and hopefully, I know some of you guys, after me helping you on that coaching call, will actually want to join my coaching program, and some of you won't. Either way, it's all good. I just want to help you guys out. And I know that I'll have some of you guys join the coaching program, and that's what I'm looking for as well too. But it's a win-win, right? So now I talked about the energy. Now let me actually talk about big picture analysis on the mining sector. Okay, guys, this is not short-term TA. Short-term TA is high, lower high, trend is down, so on and so forth, right? Like right now, the trend is down because we had a move down, we had a rally up. This could be the bottom, but it's short-term TA still saying that the market is down. So don't be getting too bullish just yet, okay? That's short-term TA stuff. That's short-term like trading stuff. With me? Now, hear me out. As I said before, I have a separate account with longer-term positions in there. Right now, out of all the markets, I see the mining sector making incredible moves. I just don't know when that will be. I can't pick it. So I'm actually long in that long-term investing account. I'm actually long the GDXJ. I believe the GDXJ, once we do, this is looking at, let me actually just take this off the screen here for a minute. Once we do, this is a weekly chart here, by the way, traders. Once we do start to break above this level here on this weekly charts, wherever that could be, I don't know. We could flush down first, come up, or we may just go sideways for a bit and then start to break out like there. I don't know when that's going to be. I'm not going to try and time that position. I believe, traders, once we do start to get that, then we're going to see an incredible and explosive move in the GDXJ. Again, traders, hear me out, okay? There's a differences from short-term TA and me just investing and letting the market go up and down 10%, 20%, whatever, right? Just letting it go, because that's more like that position then, that's more like a 2025 view, or maybe even 2030 view. You know what I mean? Like I see the commodity sector have an incredible explosion over this next decade. But what happens this week doesn't mean that, right? I don't know. I'm not going to try and time that. I'm just in there. Away we go. That's the one position I do have. The second position I do have is I'm long the S&P 500 right now. I have been for probably over 12 months now, as I see a lot more upside. And also I've actually got gold in there as well too. So, and I think I've got something else in there, but I just can't remember right now. Or maybe it is just 3 there. So that's what I'm looking at there. But see, this is long-term analysis, okay, guys? This is long-term analysis. Big picture analysis. This is not trying to time, pick the bottom and so on and so forth. This is me in the markets. So that's what I actually do see incredible moves on the upside. But that may happen, in March. That may happen in June this year, right? When we start to really see this thing get heated up. I don't know, but my big picture analysis for you bullish guys is I do see incredible bullish moves in the markets. I am a bull at heart in the mining sector, only because I do see this thing when it really starts to break. And once again, especially when we start to break here on the especially on the GDXJ, guys, the GDXJ is going to go absolutely just bonkers. It's going to go bonkers, guys. But I don't know when that bonkers is going to start. Okay. So same for the GDX as well too. GDX, we're actually getting a bit of a compression down into here. Again, like when does this thing start to really break and really run? It's going to be really, it's going to be, again, I just don't know, but I am very bullish on these markets through here. Okay. Same for the SIL as well too. We just don't know, but out of all these mining sectors, okay, the one that I've got my money on is the GDXJ. Why? Because it's given me the best, highest probability trading pattern. And so that's where my money is. It's not on the GDX itself. It's not on the SIL. I am I see incredible this to me is a springboard, loading up, and it could light up for another 6 months. I'm not saying the bottom's in, okay? It could light up for another 6 months. But once we do get underway, this thing is going to go absolutely just bonkers. And then everyone the way people were talking about crypto last year, and Bitcoin and so on and so forth. Guess what? They're going to be saying the exact same thing in the mining sector. And then but also guess what? I believe that's the herd mentality you're going to hear in the stock market as well too. Then you're at the top. The reason why we're not at the top of the stock market is the voices and the noises we heard from the public last year about crypto and Bitcoin. We're not hearing it in the mining sector and also the stock market. So we're nowhere near the top. Once we start to get that, like, oh my goodness, you should be in, that's when you're like, okay, oh my goodness, I should be out. And so on and so forth. Looking at gold as well too, guys. Again, I am long-term gold. I am a bullet heart with gold. That's the long term. That's me not trying to time the market. That doesn't mean we're not gonna drop down 5% tomorrow. I don't care about that. All I am very, 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 very comfortable with is that my longer term position in gold is gonna see this thing I have a 3,000 target on gold. Whether that happens this year, whether that happens in 2025, I don't know. All I do know is that I have a target that I believe we're going to be seeing 3,000 plus by the end of this decade. But that's just me putting that aside, not trying to time the market. I'm just letting it go. And so this is the weekly chart on gold, and then this is that chart here, right? So we could be getting ready for that breakout here soon, okay? Did I just delete that off the screen? Where is... Oh, geez. This one here, okay? So, right, we could be getting ready for that breakout soon. And when it does break out, traders, by the way, when this thing does really break out, like, it is just going to be just on like Donkey Kong. Like, it really, really is. We're going to see some incredible moves. And the reason why, traders, again, is that you've been watching me if you've been watching me even for the last few months, I've talked about this so many times. But look what's been happening now. And even since the middle of last year to where we are now. Let me see if I can do that again. Right? The middle of last year to where we are now. Look what's happening. Look, see that tight, explosive moves are going to happen in gold. Now, we don't know. It could actually be down here, okay? We just never know. I'm never going to preempt. Again, my longer term position is in gold, but if we do start to hold here and then we start to get something like this and then a very large breaking out like that, that's probably going to be the sign to say we are racing to all-time new highs on gold. And then once that happens, guess what? 3,000 target, here we come. Now, with everything I've just said there, okay, a lot of the stuff I'm talking about right now, guys, is big picture analysis. I did a bit of a short-term TA in the markets as well, in the stock market. But what I'm talking about here, guys, is big picture. That doesn't mean we can't get a down day tomorrow, okay? There's a differences from your approaches. And so I do see everything making big moves in this last capitulation, blow off top type of move I see coming in the stock market. I do see gold going up with that. And if that happens, maybe even the mining stocks are going to bottom here. I don't know. We have to let the charts tell me that, okay? But when we're looking at this here, okay, and again, traders, you must understand this thing. What I'm talking about here is big picture stuff, okay? You have big picture stuff, big picture analysis, what I'm seeing happening over the next 6 to 12 months, and then you have the short-term sort of TA, right? Like, trend analysis and so on and so forth. So, but overall, we should see incredible moves. In the last up leg in the stock market before the crash, we're likely to see gold take off with it. So gold takes off, stock market takes off, maybe the mining sector even follows as well too. Overall, when that does happen, that's when you probably know that, okay, we're getting into this one last blow off leg is probably getting towards the top before we see one big crash in the markets there. So once again, I hope you understand there, traders. And again, I know I've repeated myself a few times here, but I know some people are going to say, "Oh, John, but you've been bearish on the metals, for the last week." That's because that's short-term TA stuff, right? Just trading with the trend. This is short-term technical analysis stuff. I'm still bearish right now, or Actually, it's just because the charts are bearish, right? There's a differences from long-term investing to short-term trading in the markets there. So please don't mix up the approaches from that there. Anyway, traders, this is my big picture, not short-term. This is my big picture analysis. In a nutshell, I see stock market going through one of those craziest moves we've ever seen. New highs are coming. I do see gold breaking out. It's probably going to be to the upside. And once we do start that breakout, get ready for an explosive, incredible moves in the gold sector there. And then possibly, if that happens, then possibly even the gold mining sector might even follow as well. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait for the breakout first. Wait for things to bottom out first on the mining sector and gold, and wait for the breakout first, and then we can see this thing moving to the upside. So once again, traders, make sure you head on down to Johns, JOHNS, freetraining.com, or there should be a link in the description. Go register. After you register, you're going to get a free training of how I approach the markets, what I actually trade the markets. What I'm doing right now is an actual market update. There's a difference from a market update to then me actually looking for trading for income, right? Because I have my long term and then I have my active trades. I trade for income throughout the month and throughout the year. I have an income approach, so you'll be able to see what strategy I use and so on and so forth. And then I'm also giving away a free coaching call as well too. And on that coaching call, I'm going to be giving you a custom trading plan to help you with you moving forward. And so it's first in, best dressed. If you go over there and it says sorry, sold out, then I apologize. My calendar is full. I'm only loading up the next few days. Once the next few days has been done, I'm going to shut that down because I can't take on too many, right? And then it's first in, best dressed. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.